everyone. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. It's Tuesday, step 5, Aries. So today is the 5th day. I mean, actually, you have to count from step 0. So today is the day 6 of Aries, but it's the step 5 Gemini, and we are in our head. So it's very important to discern our thoughts. So that's the energy of the day. Hope you guys had great sleep. I had a little crazy dream to say the least. It's hard to like connect everything and like that. It's the people show up in your dream, but I think it's all about the energy, like when I'm dealing with the theme. And so I'm paying attention to the message. Today is March 25th, and I can't wait for like actual April to come. But let's just ground ourselves. So it's purity, and this is for everyone who's watching and also watching the recording. So just put some drops of essential oil. It's called purity, to ground ourselves, to set some powerful intention for the day. My hair likes to go everywhere, I notice. Every day is a bit different. Okay, let's create some heat. And I am going into club. Hope you guys having a great day. And let's rub your nails, rub your knuckles. And I'm feeling hot already. I don't know. It's like the energy is coming up. I don't know what that is, but observing my body, scanning my body. It's all about learning to sense, learning to feel without discrimination. It's very important. Okay, I'm just gonna place my right hand on my third eye and left hand in the back, and take a deep breath and squeeze it in. And add some torque and counter rotation. Doesn't matter which way. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. The heat is coming up. And I feel it in here, solar plexus. I started to pay attention to a lot more what's going on inside, like checklists, right? One of the checklists. Did you say you love yourself? Did you say you checking with your body, right? So that's very important. Just feel your body. I normally, when I wake up, I feel a lot of tension in the back. So that's why, like, even just like remind myself to relax. Like, okay, so good, relax. Okay, so let's feel free to ask me any question throughout the live, but let's read the energy of today. Today's step 5, and sunny and lighter. I am convinced. Today is the I am step 5, indicating that thoughts may be running wild today, so be prepared for some background noise. With all of the data of the past few days collected, there is now a working vision that defines a new character arc. If feelings and beliefs are supported by the plan, then the hypothesis on the right track. Lean into it. Mercury sextiling Pluto demands that whatever is divine, so it shall be. So believe in the best possible scenario. A moon in Aquarius trying Jupiter as 15 Gemini is providing lightness with creative ideas the heart will love. What could happen if there was no judgment for being wrong? where all could benefit. Follow the excitement and leave doubt at the door. As I'm reading this, I just noticed I had this dream where I was thinking, okay, I am like going through this path, right? And then somehow I thought about having a child. Like, I want to have a child. I'm not sure. And I'm always ask myself this question. And then in my dream, it's like, no, I am going to choose the path that I'm going to have a child. And it was just like the dream. And then it's like, what about the father? What about the husband, right? And then it's like, no, it's like you know, I'm just gonna decide and I'll figure it out about my husband afterwards. So it was more like it's just making them my own decision and finding the husband afterwards. But that was one of my dreams, and that was so weird. But yeah, it's interesting. I ask myself quite a bit, like, do I want this life? And do I want this life? Do I want this choice in my life? And then sometimes I overwhelm myself with choices and with the thoughts. And today is a Gemini day, so I guess we have a lot of thoughts in our head. And I learned that according to AstroChart, I have a lot of planets on the third house. And if you are somebody who have a lot of planets in your third house, it means that you have a lot of voice in your head. So there's some good voice and there's some not so good voice, because also it has, like, you know, some traumatized planet like Pluto. So Pluto is in there, and my son's planet is there. So yeah, a lot of voices for me. And I think I have, you know, all my life I had this like conflicted thought inside of me that really held me back to pursue anything that I want. But I know that I'm a powerful manifester. It's all up to me, like, to organize my thoughts, right? What do I really want? So I guess that's the energy. Like, literally, I am looking forward to observe my thoughts. And when I catch myself being overwhelmed by the thoughts, or it's just, if a thought is putting me down, now it's time for me to catch, like, I don't do that anymore, you know. And so we spent the first few days connecting with our boundaries and how we love ourselves, and then how, you know, take care of our emotions. And then as we go through the process, we learn, what do we believe? And yesterday was thinking about belonging. Where do we belong? I said to myself, where I belong is where my heart is, right? What I want is my heart determines, and my ego, my mind have nothing to say about that. It needs to follow. Now, today is the thinking day, so definitely it's about the mind, it's about here. So pay attention to the thoughts that come up. So today's step 5, I think, is a whirling state of awareness. This put your mind, intellect, and inner dialogue as a dominant consciousness in your awareness today. Combined with the energy of I am Aries, the mind and ego can easily race off in different directions today. So be aware. Some of those tangents may be completely off target and waste energy and time in endless pursuit. Your mind and ego can easily conspire against you, which is the first forewarning for today. Do your best to be mindful of your thoughts and direction they take. Ideally, your internal dialogue will be positive and constructive in nature. That is, the thinking is continually building you up or building towards something. If your thoughts and attitude with yourself are negative, destructive, judgmental, or condescending, then you know you have uncovered an issue you have with yourself. The discovery of ego mental triggers, patterns, or mind games is the larger goal of today. I'm going to say this again. The discovery of ego mental triggers, notice when you get triggered, and then mind games is the larger goal of today. As part of your overall improvement of your treatment to yourself, today you are looking for mental mistreatment. So if you catch yourself mistreating yourself, the way you talk to yourself, then you have to catch it. And it's like, okay, is this kind to me? Is this loving to me? It's like, no, this is detrimental, and this goes against my heart desire. Then we need to squash that, right? Can we do that? So be mindful of the language you use with yourself, the unspoken intentions of your words, the meaning between the lines, right? Your ego may carry a subconscious judgment about yourself, such as you were doomed to fail. I think I have that lot in me. Yeah. So I think certain thoughts, or I take some some type of action, and the action is definitely triggered by the thoughts, right, and emotions. But definitely, if your ego may carry a subconscious judgment about yourself, or such, like subconscious fear, then we are, taking some actions so we don't fail, we don't repeat the same pattern. Try not to get caught up in the idea of being doomed to fail, but rather to identify this mental assumption operating behind all your thinking and mental responses to yourself. Why do you even think this way? Why do you think you're failure? Or why do you think what you're doing is, is nobody cares, right? But then this is where we need to stand strong, and it's like, no, I'm doing this because I believe in this. And as I'm, taking action, I believe that my success is guaranteed, and I'm going to, move forward. I've been journaling, about my old ego and my new ego. If this is an old ego, this is how I would react, and write it down, right? If I get like this, and then what would you do? And my old ego would do this. Now, if this happens in the future, what would your new ego react? Then I will write down, and, try to write something more positive, right? So I don't repeat this negative cycle. And one thing I came up, if you are insecure about the action you're taking, and you don't, you maybe you feel neglected, or, not care, what would you do? Then I wrote it down. I take action more. I don't know, it sounded the opposite. It goes against what's the flow, but at the same time, I think there's a time that you need to, work on yourself so much that you keep pushing. You're not necessarily pushing outwards, but it's like, it's all happening inside. It's all happening inside, right? At the end of it, doesn't matter what's happening, what the world is doing, or who this person is doing. It's about inside, because if you work on the inside, you can shift the timeline, and you work literally creating your future timeline, but the time doesn't exist. So you can also transmute the old timeline. You know what I mean? I think it's like, I remind myself that I can do this, and I can literally change the way I think about life, and, what I'm experiencing. Like, I have power. If I don't like what I'm experiencing, then shift the mindset, shift the way I see what's happening right now, right here, right now. So we can change this. How can we change that? Love ourselves, and seek for the different perspective, right? And continue to empower yourself, and to love yourself, and then you shift. So we'll talk more about that, and then we'll literally try to shift with the programming of fascia later on. And I'm excited to believe it. This hand power, like the power is within us. Now, the greatest outcome for the day would be to discover a poor mental approach with yourself, and rewrite your mind's attitude to suit the new relationship you're creating with yourself. Can you believe that you're the shit, You're that one, right? Like, can you believe this is all possible, right? Without the evidence that your heart really wants it, then can you really believe that it's possible? And you shield that desire. It's locked in, it's already happening, and it's, you act as if, right? And you continue. And we just need to weed out what's in the way. And normally it's our mindset. It's normally our feeling. Normally, the blind spots that we were not aware before. So it's just taking out all those things, and that's all we need to do. Okay. So in each of your stories today, identify your mental attitude patterns or specific language that you use with yourself that does not serve your greatest good. Replace those ideas with positive, constructive ones. Your mind is determining your mirage habits and that attitude that tax your potential. Yeah, I think, can you imagine, like, we actually count how many times a day we were doing some, having some mental attitude patterns or specific language you use with yourself that does not serve your greatest good. Replace those ideas with positive, constructive ones. Your mind is determining your marriage habits and attitude. Oh yeah, I just read it. Make certain your heart believes in these new let me try. You identify the best mental approach and language to use when relating to yourself. Make certain your heart believes in these new ideas that you feel them to be true. You will come to understand how your thinking can negatively affect your belief in your life, in yourself in the long run. Open your mind to a new, different approach to thinking about beliefs. Come up with a theory about how to create long-term belief in yourself. Today's goal is to be mindful of how you think of yourself and speak to yourself. Identify the appropriate tone. Another way of explaining today is that you have a way of talking to yourself inside your head. Ooh, wow. You have a way of talking to yourself inside your head. This conversation assumes a lot of things, comes from a positive of what the ego expects of yourself, what the ego expects of yourself. Today you are altering those expectations in your thinking and conversation. Have a thoughtful day. I am letting go of negative thinking. I think it's time for us to really examine, is there a part that we just have like really high expectations? So much high, like that, higher expectation for ourselves. So as we are working through, you will never be satisfied, right? But it's good to have a higher standard for yourself. But at the same time, if you're not present, if you're not satisfied where you are, it's a balance, right? Like, it's I think Joe Dispenza talk about the difference between lying consciousness and circle consciousness. And lying consciousness is like getting from point A to point B, right? It's like I am right here right now and I want to get there, right? And then that's the power intention. And so you can kind of see the trajectory of where you want to go. And that's very important. But the life here in this reality, you don't just get there. It involves everyone, and as we are co-creating, and it goes like this, and this is the circle consciousness. And life is about the balance between your lying consciousness and circle consciousness. You just know that you will get there, but in between you need to learn to flow. And when the life takes you this, okay, I'm meant to go here, and I'm meant to go here. I thought I'm going here, but it's like, okay, maybe I'm meant to explore here. Then I will maybe come back again, right? And all of that. And if you are really overwhelmed by that sway, then you will never be satisfied. You will never be, calm down, right? Like your nervous system is constantly be triggered. So in a nervous system. So our job is to trust. Our job is to flow. Our job is to know that we're on the right track. But sometimes it's very hard, and this is where all the ideas and thoughts come in to try to put us down. It's like, look, this is hard, you're not gonna get it. But it's like, no, this is my heart wants, right? Who's the boss here? And also really pay attention to how your mind talks to you. And that's the theme of today. So 2 cards popped out, and one is change one thing today, start small. Let today be the day that you make shit happen. One day or day one, you decide, just like Beyonce, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. The freedom to choose what life we want to live. We crave change, yet on a deeper level, we resist it at the same time. Life is in constant change. However, the bigger changes seem to scare us back into our comfort zone. Trying to do a massive overhaul on your life can be overwhelming, so start small. What's one small thing you can change today that will make life better tomorrow? By changing one small thing, you create the ripple effect across every area in your life. Small daily changes equal massive transformation in the future. When I decided to stop drinking soda, I didn't know that small change would eventually lead me to make bigger changes in my life, like going plant-based and losing 75 pounds. Change does not have to be hard. When you pull this card, try starting small and commit for 30 days. Once you master breaking one bad habit, you will have the confidence and momentum to keep making positive changes. I commit to changing one small thing today. As I'm reading this, one thing I probably change is to not to feel awkward between lines, not to feel awkward between the talk, like the theme, because I'm definitely doing this live to practice speaking. And what I notice is when I doubt myself, when I feel insecure, then I can't find the words that I'm looking for. And especially I find myself feeling awkward when I'm trying to find the word and I doubt myself, and then go into this, spot where it's like, okay, I don't know what to say. But then I am slowly feeling a lot more comfortable between this silence. Still practicing. So yeah, I feel growth in that. So I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, change one thing. I'm very humble, and I have this always have this sense of humility, and that's ingrained in my culture, right? But always about respect. It's always about, almost about put others before me. But I think every religion kind of had that aspect, right? Putting others before you. But in this new world that we are creating, at least for me, I want to put myself first. I want to put myself first before anybody else, because I create my own life and I set the tone of my own world, and take everyone and welcome everyone that come with me or align with me. So this is slowly me claiming my power of my own reality. Now, one more card. Commit to self-care rituals. Self-care isn't selfish, so give yourself permission to put yourself first. Oh, wow. Put yourself first. Are you guilty of always putting others before yourself? Wow, like I just talk about this and I didn't notice that I picked this card. Sometimes we get into the habit of trying to take care of everyone except ourselves. We fall off the healthy habits, banged wagon, and nurturing ourselves seems like a chore. Don't wait until resentment or anger kicks in to take a break. If you've been overgiving and if you're on the edge of burnout, this card shows up as a reminder to take care of yourself before overextending again. Remember, you can't give from an empty cup. When you pull this card, it's time to take a self-care sabbatical and recommit to your rituals. Rituals are small daily acts and become habits over time. Sometimes all you need is a simple 5 minutes meditation to recharge your batteries. Consistency is key. Maybe you go all out and clear your calendar for DIY spa day at home. Remember, it takes 21 days to create a habit, so commit to your rituals. Do yourself a favor and fulfill your cravings first today. Plus, you'll be in a much better mood if shit hits the fan. Caution, self-care side effect can lead to more happiness, increased energy, boosted confidence, plus more patience for annoying people. I commit to my self-care rituals and plan on pampering myself today. That's the energy. I don't know what my Instagram setting is. I can't see who's live. It happens. Yeah, it was weird. Yesterday, I decided to go on live when I was doing that Instagram Live with Human Garage, and from my account and Human Garage account. And I noticed that this phone kept showing me poor connection, but the other phone was totally fine. So I thought that was really weird. Technology. But today is about really taking care of yourself, putting yourself before others, and prioritizing your self-loving thoughts over any thought that tried to put you down. And examine your thought and try to analyze where these negative thoughts come from. Normally the subconscious, fear of failure, or fear of abandonment, fear of things, and your soul try to avoid that. And maybe that's why we're taking some specific action on that. But I am slowly setting that powerful intention that, okay, mind, you're talking this way, but this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to manifest. So I think it's all about finding the inner harmony within, right? Whatever that's going on, and it's all in us. We are all fighting for ourselves inside. It's not the war. The war is not outside. The war is inside. Sometimes the war is quiet. Sometimes the war is really loud. And this is when we learn to know ourselves, right? Like who we are. So yeah. That being said, before we go, I have an announcement. I am starting this moving fascia for half an hour for 3 times a week during lunchtime, 12:15 till 12:45, and it's gonna be on Zoom. And I am starting this program, and we're gonna do the entire April, and starting in April 2nd. And I'm looking forward to launch this program. And it's basically, if you can attend live, you're gonna get the recording. And basically the idea to be, hold yourself accountable, moving fascia, and start something small and do something together. And combining with the power of moving fascia together, we're gonna move our energy through this, Aries and Taurus season, going to this powerful manifestation season. And this is an action-oriented Aries season. We're finding this new Migo to ourselves, like how we take action. What's the intention behind those actions, right? Are you taking action feeling fear? Or are you taking action? It's okay to feel fear, but are you taking action with courage? So those things, if you're called to join, I would love to have you. And I'm going to talk more about the program. I'm going to make a video today. Okay, so take your right hand on your heart and take your left hand on the top of your head. Let's feel your energy. It's almost like you're having this, like the energy going back and forth, back and forth. And we're gonna do 6 breaths to feel the energy going through your heart and the brain. So let's go. Breathe through your mouth. 2, 3. To your nose. 2, 3. Repeat after me. Hello, mind. Hello, ego. Hello, brain. Hello, body. Hello, heart. Thank you for working together in harmony. Your heart is the boss, and everyone is working so hard, but working smart and efficiently. Thank you for all your work. Thank you for your harmony. Willingness to try, willingness to change, and willingness to adapt and flow. Hello, heart. You're in charge. You're the queen. You're the king. I'm following you. I love you. I am lovable. I am safe. I am protected. I am enough. I am secure. I am worthy. I have a lot of worth and value. I'm abundant. All is well. I am courageous. I am joyful. Today is a great day. I am blessed. My life loves me. I trust. All is well. Feel this harmony. Remember this harmony. Everything is calm. It's like if we are really water inside, when you have a lot of conflicted thoughts and overwhelming sensation, it's kind of like this water is going like this, right? High tide, right? And then when you finally calm down your nervous system, and it's like the calm water, and just floating and having fun inside of your body, then that is literally your fascia, right? Moving is good. And I shared this during the Instagram live Fashion Universe yesterday, that restrictions are actually makes us move, because when you have restriction, put yourself in a condition, like just for example, dance. Okay, now you can dance however you want, and when you just like move however you want, you are always going to old patterns, right? What you know. But suddenly, okay, the teacher said you can only dance with your arm, right arm. Then you started to explore all kind of pathways. So the restriction, condition. Now, fascia, you have an adhesion, restriction in your body, right? And then, but you have that. But now, fascia maneuvers, you're going to pin and lock your fascia. Once you restrict it, everything else need to adapt around it in order for it to move. That's when we explore. That's when our body explore various variations. That's the way our body creates different patterns. It's like you're creating in different neural patterns. So I think restrictions, anything that triggers you, challenges you, is actually helping you to create new variations and new patterns for yourself. This is how universe expands. This is how we create our life, doing something different. So really welcome that challenges, but don't take that as a trigger. So this is where we are learning, right? Anything that comes into our life is actually helping us grow. Instead of going to this traumatized, damaged place, can we use this energy and opportunity to grow and know that we are blessed and we are strong, we're powerful. So that's really, that's what it is, right? Instead of like going into this, self-sabotaging thoughts, can we empower ourselves? This is happening for me. So that being said, thank you guys for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I probably join live a bit late because I won't have some training, but I send you guys so much love, and let's share more learning. Yes. Bye everybody. Appreciate you. Have a great day.